Arrival at the Galactic Defense Corp Academy. Grok Kreshrock stepped off the transport ship and onto the bustling grounds of the Galactic Defense Corp Academy. His impressive physique, characteristic of the musculus species, drew attention from many of the other new arrivals. The academy was a sprawling complex of buildings and training grounds, designed to prepare the galaxy's finest for service. Name? The receptionist asked without looking up from her console. Grok Kreshrock, he replied confidently. Species, she continued, still not making eye contact. Musculos, he answered, somewhat annoyed. Preferred specialty? She asked, her fingers poised over the keyboard. Security and enforcement, Grok replied, rolling his eyes. It was the obvious choice for someone of his stature. Room 334. Welcome to the Galactic Defense Corp Academy, she said, finally looking up and giving him a welcoming smile. Your orientation is tomorrow. For today, I recommend you rest and review your welcome pack. Grok nodded, took the pack, and headed toward his assigned room. As he walked, he couldn't help but notice the wide variety of species around him. The academy was truly a melting pot of the galaxy's best and brightest. Upon reaching his room, Grok was surprised to find 2 beds. He was hoping for a solo room, but knew that was unlikely. He began to unpack when the door opened, and in walked his roommate, a Gupter named Zay. A human, Zay exclaimed, looking at Grok with wide eyes. My roommate is a human. Grok chuckled. No, I'm musculos, but you might find a human around here soon enough. Zay relaxed a bit. Oh, thank the stars. I was worried there for a moment. As they settled in, Grok's thoughts wandered to the pamphlet about humans he had found in his welcome pack. He had never encountered a human before and was curious about them. The receptionist's words echoed in his mind. They may cause problems for your people at the start. The first encounter. The next morning, Grok and Zay headed to the orientation together. The hall was filled with cadets from every corner of the galaxy. The atmosphere was electric with excitement and anticipation. As they found their seats, the Academy's commandant took the stage. Welcome, future defenders of the galaxy. He began, his voice booming. Today, you start your journey to becoming the best of the best. The commandant went on to explain the rigorous training they would undergo, the importance of teamwork, and the honor of serving the Galactic Defense Corps. But what caught Grok's attention was the mention of a new species. Recently, we have welcomed a new member to the Galactic Federation, the commandant announced. Humans. There were murmurs and whispers among the cadets. Grok leaned over to Zay. Looks like we might see a human after all. After the orientation, Grok and Zay headed to their first training session. As they entered the training hall, they saw a group of cadets gathered around, whispering and pointing. Grok pushed his way to the front and saw what everyone was gawking at. A human. The human was tall, with a lean build, and had a determined look on his face. He was sparring with a musculous cadet, holding his own surprisingly well. The sparring match ended in a draw, and the human walked over to Grok and Zay. Name's Jake, he said, extending his hand. Looks like we're going to be training together. Grok shook his hand. Grok Kreshrock. This is Zay. Welcome to the academy. Jake smiled. Thanks. I've heard a lot about the musculos. Looking forward to seeing what you guys can do. As the training sessions continued, Grok found himself increasingly impressed by Jake. Humans, it seemed, had a knack for adapting quickly and thinking on their feet. Grok couldn't help but wonder how they would fare in real combat. The first mission. Weeks passed, and the cadets were thrust into their first real mission, a simulated rescue operation. Grok, Zay, and Jake were teamed up, much to Grok's surprise and curiosity. The mission was to infiltrate a hostile environment, retrieve a captured diplomat, and extract safely. As they planned their approach, Grok noticed Jake taking the lead, his strategic mind working overtime. All right, Grok, you take point with your strength. Zay, use your senses to scout ahead. I'll cover our rear and handle any tech we encounter, Jake instructed. Grok raised an eyebrow, but followed the plan. As they moved through the simulation, Grok was impressed by Jake's quick thinking and adaptability. They encountered numerous obstacles, but Jake's tactics kept them one step ahead. At one point, they were pinned down by enemy fire. Jake quickly rigged a makeshift explosive to create a diversion, allowing Grok to use his brute strength to break through the enemy lines. Zay's sharp senses detected traps and ambushes, keeping them safe. They reached the diplomat and began their extraction. Just as they were about to reach safety, an unexpected ambush caught them off guard. Grok fought valiantly, but it was Jake's quick thinking that saved them. He hacked into the enemy systems, causing chaos and allowing them to escape. After the mission, the team was debriefed. The instructors praised their teamwork and highlighted Jake's exceptional leadership. Grok couldn't help but feel a newfound respect for humans. A growing bond. As the weeks turned into months, Grok, Zay, and Jake became inseparable. They trained together, ate together, and shared stories of their respective worlds. Grok learned about the human spirit of resilience and ingenuity, while Jake marveled at the muscular strength and the gupter senses. One evening, as they sat around a campfire during a training exercise, Jake shared a story from Earth. Back home, we have a saying, "Where there's a will, there's a way." No matter how tough things get, humans always find a way to survive and thrive. Grok nodded. "I've seen that in you, Jake. Your tactics and quick thinking have saved us more than once." Zay chimed in. "And your adaptability is incredible. It's like you can think on your feet no matter the situation." Jake smiled. "Thanks, guys. But it's not just me. Humans have a knack for survival. We've faced countless challenges throughout our history, and each time, we've come out stronger." As they sat there, the bond between them grew stronger. They were no longer just teammates. They were friends, united by their shared experiences and mutual respect. The final test. The end of their training was approaching, and the final test loomed large. It was a grueling simulation designed to test every skill they had learned. Failure was not an option. The test began with a surprise attack on their base. Grok, Zay, and Jake sprang into action, their movements synchronized like a well-oiled machine. They fought their way through waves of enemies, using a combination of brute strength, sharp senses, and strategic thinking. At one point, they were separated. Grok found himself facing a massive enemy alone. Using his immense strength, he fought valiantly, but was quickly overwhelmed. Just as he was about to be defeated, Jake appeared, using his quick thinking to create a distraction, allowing Grok to regain the upper hand. Meanwhile, Zay used his superior senses to navigate the maze-like environment, avoiding traps and finding the quickest route to their objective. Reuniting with Grok and Jake, they continued their mission. The final part of the test was the most challenging. They had to disable a powerful enemy weapon and extract safely. Jake took the lead, his tactical mind working overtime. Grok provided cover, using his strength to fend off attackers, while Zay's sharp senses detected hidden dangers. In the end, it was Jake's quick thinking and adaptability that saved the day. He hacked into the enemy systems, disabling the weapon and allowing them to complete their mission. Graduation day. The day of graduation arrived, and the academy was filled with excitement. Grok, Zay, and Jake stood proudly among their fellow cadets, ready to receive their honors. As the commandant called their names, Grok couldn't help but feel a sense of pride. They had come a long way since that first day. They had faced countless challenges and had emerged stronger, united by their shared experiences and mutual respect. Cadet Grok Crushrock, Cadet Zay, and Cadet Jake, step forward, the commandant announced. They stepped forward, their heads held high. "You have shown exceptional teamwork, bravery, and leadership," the commandant said. "You are a shining example of what the Galactic Defense Corps stands for. Congratulations." As they received their badges, Grok couldn't help but glance at Jake. The human had proven himself time and time again. Grok had learned to respect and admire humans for their resilience, ingenuity, and unwavering spirit. A new beginning. With their training complete, Grok, Zay, and Jake were assigned to their first real mission as part of the Galactic Defense Corps. They were to investigate a series of mysterious attacks on outlying colonies. As they boarded their ship, Grok felt a mix of excitement and apprehension. This was the real deal. They were no longer cadets. They were defenders of the galaxy. "Ready for this?" Jake asked, a determined look on his face. Grok nodded. "Let's show the galaxy what we're made of." As the ship launched into space, Grok knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together. They were more than just a team. They were a family, united by their shared experiences and mutual respect. And so, their journey began, a journey that would take them to the far reaches of the galaxy, facing dangers and challenges they could only imagine. But no matter what lay ahead, Grok knew that with Jake's quick thinking, Zay's sharp senses, and his own strength, they would overcome anything. The galaxy had better be ready, for Grok, Zay, and Jake were now defenders of the Galactic Defense Corps, and they were ready to face whatever came their way.